exactly where the graph is leading based on the question. For A, we have x is nearing 0 from the left because of that negative symbol of the whole function f of x. So we look at the graph at x equals 0, and from the left we see that the graph is nearing that open circle right there at 0. So A is 0. For B, we have x coming to 0 from the right side. So as it's reaching 0, well, as x comes to 0 on the x-axis, we see that the y value is actually 2. So it's different from the first answer. It'll be 2. For C, we look at the limit as x near 0 from both sides, which is just, the limit is x near 0. So as you can see, from the left and the right, we have two different values. From the left, we reach 0. From the right, we reach 2. So C does not exist because the two values aren't equal. All right. So for D, we have the limit is x nears 2 from the left. So we have x equals 2, and from the left, we see that we're nearing negative 2. For E, we have the limit is x nears 2 from the right because of that positive sign. So from the right, we reach that open circle at y equals 0. And for F, let's see what we got here for F. We basically have x, the limit of x, the limit when x is nearing 2. So because D and E were two different values, the limit is x nears 2 from either side. Well, factoring in the idea that both of them are being evaluated at once means that the answer doesn't exist because from the left and from the right, they're two different values, just like with the answer for C. So we have the answer does not exist. For G, I believe it's going to be a similar pattern. For G, as x nears 4 from the left, we get this open circle here at y equals 4. So we have 4 here. And for H, we look at the graph as it nearest 4 from the right, and we still get the same answer. Even though it's an open circle, we're still nearing the same value, which is 4. Which means that if we look at the limit as x nears 4, factor in both sides, and we see that the value is reaching 4 from the left and the right, that means that the actual limit is 4 as well because the two values are equal. So for I, we have the answer is 4.